Hi, Jesse. Thanks for joining me
Hi.
today.
Yeah, happy to meet with you.
Okay, great. So we're doing this thing called Three to Get Ready for Saturday night's concert. I've got three questions that I want to ask you, and we'll try to get brilliant, interesting answers from you that
All right.
total about 3 minutes. Okay? No pressure, but I know
Hey,
I know you can handle it. So, so first of all, uh, what would you say? Well, what do you think tango music meant to Piazzolla, and why do you think he embraced it, and what effect did he have on it?
yeah, Piazzolla, he was born in Argentina in 1921, the country of tango's origin, but his family actually moved to New York City when he was
Oh,
4. And so that's where his father actually bought him a bandoneon, which is that button accordion. Uh, and they used to listen to traditional tango music in the evenings in their living room on the records. There was this guy named Carlos Gardel, and they listened to these records. So tango that's how he actually started playing tango in New York City. And it represented a gateway of where he wanted tango to go. He wasn't satisfied with traditional tango, so he started to fuse Western classical concert music, American jazz, and even rock into it. So the tango purists weren't happy, but he changed the entire genre of tango by adding these layers of very different sounds and very different from the music he heard in the living room in the early 1930s.
sure, sure. Okay, so the piece that you're going to be performing as a soloist on Saturday night, um, Four Seasons of
Yeah.
Buenos Aires. Uh, why do you think he wrote that? What was he trying to do? We know, of course, of the famous Vivaldi piece. So what do you think he was up to?
Yeah, well, the first season he wrote was actually Summer. I think it was like in 1965 for this play, this Argentinian playwright, Alberto Rodriguez Munoz. And the following seasons came later for his quintet. And unlike Vivaldi, who was painting pictures of what the weather was like, Piazzolla was more interested in the feelings and emotions associated with the seasons and not with sonic representations like wind and snow and rain. But it was actually the Russian composer, this guy, Leonid Desyatnikov, he's the one who arranged these as violin concertos, because originally it would have been bandoneon and this quintet. So he made the connection with Vivaldi, very clever. So when there's a season in the Southern Hemisphere for Piazzolla, he would write the opposite, quote, opposite season of Vivaldi. So for example, in the spring of Piazzolla, you're going to hear references to fall. And then in the winter of Piazzolla, you hear quotations of Vivaldi's Summer. So
Oh, wow.
that was actually just Desyatnikov that did that, not Piazzolla. So that's kind
Okay.
of cool.
Wow, that really is. All right, last question. Here you go.
Yes.
Uh, what would you say is the biggest challenge and the biggest pleasure of being the soloist in this piece?
Yeah, I'd say the challenge is sort of twofold. I didn't grow up playing with tango, so stylistically,
Okay.
it's new to me. I've been listening to Piazzolla playing and his own recordings of these seasons with his quintet and trying to capture that sound world. Um, and since most of the melodies were written for the bandoneon and not the violin, sometimes there's some really awkward passages that they just don't lay well on the fiddle. So those are, I'd say, two of the biggest challenges. However, the music is so incredibly enjoyable to listen to and to play. There's this immediacy with Piazzolla's music that everyone connects with. There's these driving rhythms and really passionate melodies.
Yeah.
It's just fantastic. So that's a real joy to play.
Well, you make me really excited about Saturday night. I can't wait.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing you all there. So
Okay. All
yeah,
right, Jesse, thanks very much, and
all right,
looking forward to Saturday. Take care now.
definitely. Thanks.
All
Bye-bye.
right, bye-bye.